physical collection. And this might be the final part of this series. So I think this will be a good one to close off on because, as you can see, that's one stack. I have quite a lot of PS3 games. So, and a lot of these are from my childhood, so I'm really excited to talk about them. But some of them I also have never played before. So, I hope you guys enjoy today's video, and let's get right into the games. Alright. Alright guys, so for the first game, we have Resident Evil 5. So, I am a huge fan of the Resident Evil series. I have played quite a few of the games, not all of them, but like a lot of them, and this one is by far probably my second favorite. I think that this game is really good. So the plot of this game is you play as, geez, I might be wrong, but Chris Redfield, I'm pretty sure his name is, which is that guy right there. I forget the girl's name, and you have to go through and fight an infection, and the main bad guy of the game is a villain known as Adam Wesker. His name is Adam Wesker. He is a super cool villain. I think that's why I like the game so much, is because he is such a cool bad guy. I forget a lot about this game. A lot of this game is like you go through and shoot zombies and you collect new weapons. It's really fun though. I would totally recommend this game to anyone. Especially the best part is that it's 2-player. So you can bring a friend along and then you get to play as these two people. It's really good. I would give this game a good 8 out of 10. Alright. Next game. We have Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition. Now in Fallout 3 you have to fight through a post-apocalyptic land as this you're a survivor from like a nuclear explosion, and you have to essentially like prepare for the future. The best part about this game, in my opinion, is that it's open world, so you can travel anywhere that you want, whenever you want, and that's honestly like one of the core aspects of the game, and that's what makes it good. I do really like the mutated creatures a lot. I think they're pretty cool. And the fact that you can just choose to do whatever you want. And the best part is that affects how the game ends, is what you choose. So you can like choose to join different factions, and that'll give you different endings. It's a very, very, very cool game. Personally, I like Fallout New Vegas more. Fallout 3 was pretty decent though. I think I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10. Okay, let's move on to the next game. This game is amazing. I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of racing games, but this game right here, MotorStorm Pacific Rift, this game was my absolute childhood. So what it is, it's a racing game. Like you go from start to finish, you have to complete laps, but you play as these like really cool like derby cars, like they're like off-roaders, and they're all in like beachy areas with like volcanoes spewing lava at you while you race, and you have to like make huge jumps across bridges. Like, it is probably the coolest racing game ever. Like you'll be doing stuff in this game that you wouldn't have seen before. There's also different car types in this game. Like it shows them all in the front, which is perfect. You can play as a huge monster truck, which like makes you slower but like more stable. You can play on like an ATV, which makes you faster, but you're more you're able to be damaged a little bit easier. Or you can play as a regular car, and that'll just be like a regular car, you know? Like the medium, the both of them. Like the middle of the both, you know? It's like the perfect balance is the regular car. I always went with the monster trucks though. I was a huge monster truck kid. Alright, this game gets a bias 10 out of 10 for me. I have no complaints about this game. I loved it so much as a kid. Alright, moving on to the next game. We have Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots. I am a big fan of the Metal Gear Solid franchise, and I'm very excited for the remaster of the third game. This game was pretty good. You play as Snake, but like an older version, so this game kind of takes place in the future to most of the games, I believe. What Metal Gear Solid is, if some of you don't know, it's basically like a stealth game. So, you play as Snake, the big guy on the front, and you have to sneak through different zones and areas to complete whatever objective is. Like, if you have to go infiltrate an enemy base, you have to, like, sneak around them and, like, knock out the guards, but, like, make sure that the guards' bodies are in. It's very strategic, and it's very, very, very fun. And the stories and the characters are amazing. Snake is such a cool character. I would give this game a solid 7 out of 10. I know 7 seems a little bit low for a game series that I love so much, but I haven't played this game in a long time, so I might need to revisit it. But Metal Gear Solid in general is amazing. I love them. Alright, moving on to the next game. We have Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. Now, this is a game I don't know as well, but from what I've gathered and what I remember, you play as soldiers in Raccoon City, and for those who don't know, Raccoon City is the city that a lot of the Resident Evil games take place in. Like, I'm pretty sure the first and second one take place in Raccoon City. Or is it the second and third? I'm not sure. But what you do in this game is that you play at these soldiers, and basically all it is like a run and gun. Like, you'll run through zones and shoot down zombies and the big good bad guy, which is Mr. X over here. I mean, it looks pretty good though. Like, I play it, but I haven't played it in a long time, so I'm just gonna give it a solid 6 out of 10. Especially because I haven't heard many things about it. Not good things, not bad things, just like in the middle. Okay. Okay, guys. Sorry about that, but on to the next game. Now, I have some very, very strong opinions about this game. And those opinions are amazing. So, Rayman Origins is by far, without a doubt, my favorite game ever. It's my favorite game of all time. And a bit of it is because of nostalgia, I must say. I did grow up with this game, but a lot of it is because it is an amazing platformer. So you get to play as Rayman here. There's Glowbox, and then there's the two Teensies, is what they're called. Basically, what you have to do is you have to go through these areas, these different worlds. There's like a regular world, like a forest one, a desert world, a food world, and a water world, and like this mechanical one. It's really, 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 really cool. And what you have to do is that you have to save these like fairies, and then they give you powers, and you have to go fight the big boss at the end, which is like this little lizard dude. He's pretty cool. But this game is, without a doubt, amazing. It's so good. I couldn't recommend this game enough. I have this game sealed, and it's gonna stay sealed. It's my treasured memory. So, unless I want to play it again, because this is the only copy I have of the game. But right now, I have it sealed because I want to keep it as like a little preserved, you know? Yeah, this game gets a 10 out of 10 from me. Perfect score. Alright, we got a lot of games. I need to speed it up a little bit more. Okay, this next game is NHL 2K7. Now, this was my dad's game, I'm pretty sure. A lot of the adult ones were my dad's game, so that's why I don't know too much about them. But NHL 2K7 is hockey. You play hockey. I think there isn't too much else to it. You play with the different this game, probably just a 6 out of 10 too. Just because it's not like my favorite. I'm not a huge sports guy, so I give it 6 out of 10. Oh, this game was a bit of a classic for me. We have Rainbow Six Vegas. Now, a lot of people that know the Tom Clancy's Rainbow series is through Rainbow Six Siege. I can't lie, that game is really, really, really good. But this one was a bit more of a childhood memory. It is, even though I probably should not have played this as a child, but I did. What I do remember of it though is that it is just like any other shooter. Like, you just go around and you shoot enemies, and all I remember is that you were in a desert doing it. I'm sure there's a lot more to the game, and that's just like the surface level of what it is. But still, nonetheless, I remember it as being a pretty good shooter, just kind of like similar to Call of Duty. I just don't know if it had online actually, so that's one thing it was a little different about. Yeah, I'd give this game a good 6 out of 10. I think a lot of them are going to get 6 out of 10s because I haven't played a lot of them. But this game on the other hand, I think that giving this game a 6 out of 10 would be pretty bad. This game is The Walking Dead. It is a Telltale game, and if you don't know what a Telltale game is, it's like a company that makes games, but essentially it's kind of like a choose-your-own adventure kind of game. I don't remember much of this game, but I gotta say the art style is phenomenal. I've heard so many wonderful things about the story of this game. I need to play it, is what I've been hearing. But it's really, really good, and every choice that you make in the game affects your outcome. And it's a little different from how Fallout did it. This game's more like story-based rather than adventure-based. So this game, you'll have to, like, your entire game will pause before you make a decision, and some decisions can end up to some really, really bad areas. So you have to make the right decision at the right time. And I love that because it allows you to play the game multiple times and make different choices, you know? So I think it's a great game. I think it deserves a solid 8.5 out of 10. 8.5. Okay, let's move on to the next game. We have The Lord of the Rings, Aragorn's Quest. So this game, it is a Lord of the Rings game. And what's cool about it is that you basically play through the events of Lord of the Rings, which is really, really, really neat. So, if you haven't seen Lord of the Rings, it's very fantasy-based, so you'll be playing as, like, wizards and, like, knights. One core thing that I do remember about this game is that it was two-player, and I used to play with my dad. And I used to really suck at this game. I remember getting on this, stuck on a part where you have to save, I think his name is Frodo. You had to save Frodo. He was like dying. You had to like get him a flower of some sort, and these like black, like shadows riding horses kept trying to attack you. And I never passed that part. I was never able to. I was just that bad. My gamer gene didn't kick in. Sorry, that was corny. But, yeah, no, I sucked at this game. But still, fond memories of it being really good. So I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I know that might be a little crazy for this, but I think, actually, you know, I'm going to drop down to a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 seems more right. Okay, we have Bioshock Infinite. Bioshock Infinite. Now, I can't lie, I've never played Bioshock. And this one comes with the original Bioshock. I've seen really cool things about Bioshock, but I've never gone around to playing it. So this one's gonna get a no review because I don't really have anything to say because I've never played it before. And like the back doesn't give any description either. It says winner of over 80 awards. So I can't really read description either. But yeah, I heard it's pretty good. So I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 just because of what I've heard. Okay, let's go on to the next game. Killzone 3. Killzone 3. Killzone 3 looks really, really cool. Once again, I have to say, this is a game I've never played before. But my one buddy has played it, and he says that it's really, really, really good. One player, actually. It's only one player, actually. But that's not a bad thing. I think that it probably has a good story. I think I'm just going to leave it at there, though, because I don't really know much about it. So, no review. No answer. Okay, we're getting to the last of them. There's a few left. But we have Ghostbusters, the video game. Now, Ghostbusters, the video game, you basically play through the movie, but in a video game format. So you see there's the giant Stay Puft dude. I was always scared of the Stay Puft dude when I was a kid. But he is very cool, very, very, very cool. You have to eliminate paranormal threats. You have to bust ghosts with upgrading. And you have to upgrade your proton packs, which is very, very cool. And you have to join the original cast. Oh, you join the original cast as a new recruit. Okay, that's really cool. So you aren't playing as the characters, you're joining them. That's very neat. I do remember this game a little bit, and I remember it being pretty fun. So I think I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Okay. We have The Last of Us as our next game. Now, I hate to say it, I have never played The Last of Us either. I know a lot of these games are I've never played before, and I'm sorry if that makes this video uninteresting. But still, I've heard lots of good things about this game. Let me read the back. Joel and Ellie, brought together by harsh circumstances, must survive a brutal journey across the U.S. in a dangerous post-apocalyptic pandemic world. It does sound very cool. I do know that there's a lot of zombies in this game, which I think the zombie games are really, really freaking cool. But other than that, I don't think I can give a proper review until I play this, but I am planning to get to this game. So don't worry, it will be played. But as of right now, it's a no review. Okay, this game I have played before, so don't worry about that. Uncharted 3. Okay. Drake's Deception. Now, Uncharted, the entire Uncharted series is amazing. Nathan Drake as a character is really cool. So what Uncharted 3 is that it's an adventure game. Essentially, you play as this guy right here. He's Nathan Drake. And you're basically like a treasure hunter. So it's like a cooler version of a pirate, where you have to go around and grab treasure, I believe, and bring it back. I'm pretty sure that's like the main goal of the game, is that you just find treasure and you have to like solve missions. One of the biggest and most immersive games ever made. It is very actually cool. It's super action-packed as well, as all of the Uncharted games are. It's very action-packed. And I do remember the one scene where you are hanging out of a cargo plane. So it makes you feel pretty awesome. And you have to climb up from these ladders, the ladder pattern. It's very, very, very cool. It's a great game. I personally think Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, is better. But nonetheless, I still think this is a great game, and I would recommend buying it. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Also, I apologize for the lights going down. I was using natural sunset light as my backdrop, so hopefully this isn't too bad. So what this game is that you play as a wildlife hunter. Now my dad was a big hunter, so this is why he has this game. And what you do is that you, as a hunter, you shoot different animals and like sell them, basically. But it's actually pretty neat. So you have to like track the animals' footprints. You can like track their scents and their like droppings and stuff like that. And it all helps you find where they are. And you can like set up tents. There's different animals you can hunt. It's very, very, very cool. I honestly am not a huge hunter, so I'm gonna give this game a bit of a 4 out of 10 because it's not really my thing. But I know a lot of people do like these games, and these games are still pretty good though. Okay, final game. Sorry, we're on our last game. Sorry about the lighting, guys. The sunset. So we're back to the LED light. On to the final game. It is called Eat Lead. Now, if there's any lead fans out there, let me know what the game's about, because I'm not sure. But still, I'll read the back for you guys. The return of Matt Hazard, as he plays Matt Hazard. Get ready for the return of the most popular video game hero of the 1980s. Matt Hazard is staging his comeback against all the retro enemies in a hilarious parody of the last 25 years of gaming. Wow, that actually sounds pretty fun. Maybe I'll have to check this out. Alright guys, well that will be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed me showing my entire collection series, because unfortunately, for now, this will be the end. So, if you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe. It always helps, and it's super, super appreciated. And thank you everyone for the support that I've been getting recently. It means a lot to me. Like, thank you guys. You're amazing. Alright, well, I'll see you guys in the next video.